Okay. I said I was going to get this card. Right. So let's begin. Hi guys. Hi. Alright. I'm like #1 hated person in the world right now. Yay me. Right? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have some card time. Okay? We're gonna talk about things going on in the world. We're gonna watch you get like only 3 views. Right? You understand? Because that's what they do. They don't give you your view counts when you like talk. You understand? When you're the real deal, you don't matter on the internet, but you do matter in real life. Okay? And the internet is not where the mattering happens. Okay? So here's what we're gonna do. Okay, guys. All right. Theme is green, obviously. Going with the green. You understand? So I got a little something here to kind of, you know, hide the background, obviously, because it ain't none of your business. But what I have behind me is mounds, pyramids, earth, hills, slopes, valleys, right? Earth, land, all right? Turtle Island, okay? And that actually goes to something else. So if you want to use it as inspiration, that's fine. I actually build knowledge. I am a keeper from my ancestral knowledge, and when I learn their way, I create, and then I take what I learned and I apply it. All right, because our people have been deeply miseducated. And I'm someone who's not miseducated. And then I'm someone who refuses to get with the incorrect timeline. You understand? You function better when you're with the correct timeline. Do you understand? So, we was talking about demons, right? And how everybody's dealing with different things based on where they live and based on the, you know, the sins and the crimes that these areas have committed. And I stay in an area where everybody came together to attack. A lot of them played with conjurings and voodoo and darkness. They all summoned darkness. A lot of people joined this spiritual warfare, not understanding what they did. A lot of people put their kids in it. Okay, and now they're starting to find out what they did because it's now occurring. All right, they're now having to deal with everything that they put out there, and you understand, people are no longer them. You've seen scary movies, okay? That's a movie. In real life, that's not what goes down. So a lot of these people have conjured up these spirits and entities and demons, and thinking they finna put them on other people, and they actually attach themselves to them, because when you make deals with the darkness, you make the deal with the darkness. You understand? The darkness comes and the darkness gets you. And then if you're trying to give somebody off to the darkness who the darkness cannot touch because it's forbidden, you understand? That is you understand? That's a deal you can't cash out on. You understand? So everybody who tried this, who did this, who participated in this, they're all now sitting up demonically possessed. That's the easiest way that I can put it. They're all in need of serious exorcisms, but they've gotten so far down the road with their exorcisms that there is no exorcisms. If you've ever seen The Conjuring, where people thought they could astral project and go into these dark realms and go on free their children from demons, or people from demons that are being held hostage by demons, that is a movie. A lot of these people have lost their children because their children are no longer their children, because they have swapped bodies, and there is no going into the darkness to get these children. They're gone. You understand? People are gone. And what is housed inside of their bodies is the demons that they make these deals with, and the demons are doing what demons do. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. People people thought they were getting superpowers, and it's like, no, you made a deal with the darkness. When you made that deal with the darkness, was the darkness right there with you signing that contract? No. Okay. So these are people who are now understanding that if you did make a deal, the people who got you to make these deals are not even in control of the darkness. You understand? So people are not seeing what they thought they were going to see, but they're seeing exactly what they need to see. Many of them are not even present anymore inside of those vessels. It's the demon. Okay, so I live around a lot of demonic entities, which is fine. You know, my father's Abba, and I am of priesthood lineage, priestess, through my bloodline. So for me, it ain't no issue. You understand? The demons have limits. The demons are here, and they can only do what our Father has commanded them to do. You understand? And then when you're someone who walks in His laws and of the light, you don't have to worry about these demons because they cannot touch you. They cannot enter in. They cannot have you. If anything, you're studying them, you're learning about them, you're watching them. Okay? You're watching people live straight nightmares. People who put their children in these warfares, they took their kids. You understand? We don't even waste our time trying to offer exorcisms or even talking about it because they're past that point. There's a process. You understand? There's the you conjuring up the darkness, making the deals, and then when these things come and they come inside you, this is where an exorcism movie comes from, where they're battling with it. You understand? First it's the kid, and then it's the demon. Then it's the kid, then it's the demon. Then it's the demon. The kid's in there somewhere. You know, fight it, baby. You understand? Having to call priests and stuff like that. That's a movie. You understand? That kid made a deal with that demon, and the demon took his body. So from the moment that the demon shows up and that child starts battling with that entity, that's the end of the road for that kid. That kid is going to be expelled. You understand? Bye-bye. And that demon is going to be the one housed in that vessel because you gave the demon your body fair and square. There is no exorcisms. There is no having faith. There is no calling a priest to get those demons out of you. Anybody that's telling you anything other than that is a liar. And you will find out because the demon's going to, you're just going to be gone. You understand? And you understand, if anything, those priests are going to be on the run too because they're going to get themselves involved with something that was way out of their league because they're not, ain't none of them trained to battle no real demons, okay? This is why the world is looking the way that it's looking. Because ain't none of them trained, none of them know nothing about exorcisms, and we the people who do, and the ones who do, they operate different when it comes to situations like that. Do you understand? I tell people all the time, if I even talk to them, did you make a deal with the demon? Okay? You cannot be helped. Do you understand? You made a deal with the demon, and the demon, what it took was your body. You understand? There's nothing you can do about that. There are laws, all right? Even the darkness has laws, okay? I don't play with the darkness, but I know the laws. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? You all thinking you can overpower demons. No, you can't. Them demons are stronger than y'all. This is why Hebrews, Israel is on this earth because we're priesthood lineages who can, but we're coming back from our ancestors being the last ones training us. And if your ancestors didn't train you, and which I know they didn't, they only trained one, and then that one has to, that one would need to open up a facility in which it could do further trainings with others so that they can learn how to do these things as well. And that has not happened. You understand? So you're just going to be the one sitting up paying people and getting worse and worse. And because, it's a gimmick, right? But let's not talk about that, right? I said I wanted to get that demonic card. Let me just dig for it. There was a demon card that I was looking for, right? You understand? I got a deck here. It is satanic, but you understand? I'm my father's child, so I work with both the light and the dark. I have ancestral and angelic guidance that is assisting me through this. So I'm so safe. It's not even funny. Those demons can't touch me. You understand? They have to listen to my father. Yeah. They have to listen to you understand who I am. They have to. This is why people are always trying to you understand? I got a lot of people trying to marry me right now, and it's just not going to work because they want to marry themselves into that type of power. Yeah? Because I do have dominion over the demons because of who my father is and who I am married to. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? So they would be trying to marry me to try and tie themselves into that power, to have that ability to you understand. I don't play them kind of games. You all are like children. This is some stuff that you don't play with. This is why you trapped in the traps that you're trapped in now today. I don't play them kind of games, and I don't entertain them kind of games. You understand? I'm not going to. I'm not even gonna do that with you. If you're not the king, you understand, you will not be having those types of abilities. So it's like child's play. You understand? Demons are not things that you play with. And then you having a fantasy of wanting to be someone who can handle things like that. It's not a game. Do you understand? Them demons will destroy you, just like you see they tearing up everything. I see children out here who their parents can't control them because they're not their kids anymore. They're the demon. You understand? Them kids been left, and what's in them is that demon. You understand? And that's the demon acting crazy. That's the demon acting reckless. You can't explain this to people who don't even want to believe in you understand? These people don't want to believe in these things, but then behind the scenes they sit up and play and conjure with these things. So when these things get them, you gotta let them be just like you sat up there and did it, and you didn't take it serious. You gotta let them. You understand? You gotta let them sit with them demons. Yeah. The timeline has gone so far past anyway that they're not even them anymore. They're the demons. So the demon's going to take them where they're going to take them. You understand? But the card that I think of when I think of people who are demonically possessed is this card. You see this card? Let me see if I can look at that. You see that? You see that demon? What you have there is a demon, right? The big thing would be a person that conjured and played with demons, no longer being that person. You see the lines around it? Those are like the puppet strings on demon time, because they're now a demon, a full-fledged demon has taken over that vessel, and it's got it doing demon things, which is why you see other little demons around it, because that they're keeping it on its path of being demonic, and they're escorting it to hell. Okay? When I see people like this, I be rolling. I be cracking up. Let me tell you, I be just gone. Because they remind me of like little Smeagol's and stuff that's pushing the whip, and they just gone. They just driving. You understand? On demon time. You understand? And when they show you things like these are those of you who play in the dark, but you don't do your research before you go doing things like this. And then people who do their research, who knows the truth, when you sell yourself to downstairs, these are the things that actually have control over you. Yeah, and they guide you on your path further into the darkness. Okay, you don't come back. Yeah, those are the real demons. This is you thinking you a demon, finding out that there actually are demons, because now you fighting with the demons, and now the demons have taken over you to where you're no longer in that body, and all these demons is ushering your vessel on down, because they got the demons make deals with you in the dark to get your vessel. Then they play with your vessel, and then once it's done, they go ahead and dispose of the vessel. Yep. This is you thinking that you have time, and these people not telling you the truth about the darkness, because they don't even know the truth about the darkness. And then we would be the ones telling you when that timer hits and it's time for that darkness to go ahead and do what it does. you're going to be the one screaming for help for dear life, and can't nobody save you, to where we just going to sit back and watch you go through your whole process of being possessed and having battles with these demons, and then these demons pushing you up out of that body because you can't defeat it. You go bye-bye, you overstand, you down, you dead, you die, your spirit dies, you overstand, you go down to burn. And then these things continue parading your body around until they can no longer parade that vessel down. And their only mission is to destroy it. That's their deal. You understand? They weren't coming up here to take care of that vessel. They was coming to have playtime again for a little bit, and then they're going back downstairs. So from the moment they go ahead and hijack you, these are the ones that are ushering you that you can't see. That start going. Do you understand? I don't know why people who tell you to make deals like this don't educate you how they should educate you. If I can go and pick up cards like this at the store where it is showing people the truth about what happens to them when they make these deals, you can too. Do you understand? You would be the person saying, I'm so godly and stuff like that, making deals with these things in the dark and then trying to figure out what's going on. And I'm like, well, you didn't. If you want to know what the deal is, this is a deal right here. When these things come and get you, right? You're no longer in control of your vessel. They take over your vessel, and then they start playing around with it. Yeah, and then when they're done with it, it gets laid to rest in the dirt, and then they move on to the next thing. You understand? The next one, the next person who made the deal, if they're not going back downstairs, you understand? If I can go and get cards and learn that just by looking at that card, you the one that made a deal with it. You should be the first one trying to read up all you can about the darkness, because that's where you at. That's where you stay. You understand? What I'm trying to say. You would be the one saying, I'm not. I know plenty of women who are witches. And they will be in the store saying, I'm not buying no tarot. They go to church too, mind you. I'm not buying no tarot card. That's witchcraft. You understand? And I'm like, but you a witch. Yeah? Then I'd be like, move then. Let me get them tarot cards. How much is those? Thank you. And I'm not a witch. Do you understand? There are certain decks that I do like, and then there are certain decks that I get and I have to change them. And then there are decks that I actually make on my own. Okay? But I'm somebody who is authorized to do this. If you're not authorized to do this and you are doing this, you have a serious debt to pay. If you are of the world and you do this, you are one of those people who, when you finna find out, everybody who told you to do this were not even accredited or licensed to even have you doing that. So when these things show up, you're the one that gotta go with them. You're the one who cannot get help from anybody else who told you it was okay to pick that up, because they're not you understand what I'm saying? Before I could pick them up, I battled with it until I realized I'm supposed to, but I'm just supposed to unpervert it and put it back our way. You understand? But I was authorized to. If I was not authorized to, I would not be touching these, because I know the dangers of, you understand, every time you do that, that's like playing with a contracting these things. And these things are picking people up now. You understand? And then this is you crying and going through all kinds of nightmares and stuff under all kind of judgments, and you don't know why. And it's because you understand, whoever told you that you had the right to do that because they were overseeing you, they wasn't even authorized to do that. So where you find out that, because this is not my issue. The ones who are in these situations, this ain't nobody's problem but yours. You understand? So you not believing it or hating me because I'm saying this does not bother me. What you finna go through has nothing to do with me. I'm someone who's just aware of this, and I'm like, these people are not telling y'all the truth about all the stuff that you're doing that has consequences to it. That we're living in the time now where everybody's finding out exactly what those consequences are, and that everybody lied to them. Do you understand? It is what it is, but I live in a city where everybody did this, so everybody is going through nightmares right now, and their demons are just, they gone. You understand? Their demons are not gone, but the demons are in the bodies and they gone. Okay? You understand? It is what it is. Yeah. There's nothing you can do about it. The ones who were heavily possessed are the ritualers. The ones who play with the darkness, the ones who were using the witchcraft and the voodoo and trying to play with the magic and summon things and try to attack people. These are the ones who were gone with it. They're gone. I mean, gone. But you know, this is the time that we live in. The dark ages. Most people don't understand the dark ages and why they called it that. You understand? They called it dark because it's the time where people, with dark people, melanated people, and because it was a time where wickedness was just coming out fresh because the Heavenly Father had casted His judgments. Every so often, more judgments hit. And, this is a time where there was just like a lot of demonic stuff happening and a lot of scary stories and horrors and stuff like that, where people believed highly in this kind of stuff because it was really happening. A lot of possessions and stuff like that were happening, and nobody could do anything about it because the Holy Nation was under judgment, so they couldn't help them. You understand? And they would be the only ones who were accredited to do these things. So this would be how the wicked got into the position that they're in, and this is where it comes back around again. Some people call it the 3 days of darkness, when darkness falls. And there's a lot of names for it, but the only people who fall subjective to that is the ones who play with the darkness, and then you understand, the darkness getting them, and they can't. You understand? You made deals with the stuff in the dark, and the people who had you do it, they didn't even clarify. They're not even authorized, man. You understand? They're not authorized to you understand? They don't have a say-so in any of this. So I sit up and I witness a lot of this, and I'm like, I don't expect anything less. When you sit up and watch everybody come together and play with that stuff in an attempt to try and destroy others, what they were expecting to see happen to you is now happening to them. So it's happening, but it's happening to the ones who played with it. All right, and they all got taken away by these things because nobody was telling the truth about their credentials. So they would be needing these exorcisms, and they didn't happen. All right, so you understand. A lot of you are living with them. It is what it is. Whatever. Right, let's move forward. Right, let's do a reading. And for every one card that come out, I'm gonna sit it over here, and then I'm gonna sit the second one over here, and we'll keep going so we can formulate two narratives, and we'll go from there. All right, we'll do it different, as well. Okay. The reason why you see those behind me up there and all the greenery is, I'm learning secrets about our mounds, our pyramids, our earths, our hills, our mountains, our valleys. Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low to keep me from getting to you. You understand? Ain't no river wide enough, right? You understand? Our ancestors was putting, they had drop everywhere, right? Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low. As above, so below. What's in the middle? A river wide, right? To keep me from getting to you. These two came out too, so let's just do those three. I think we'll stop with those three. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's a love song, right? But it's also a spiritual song. Let me get three for the other side. 1, 3, 2. Ooh, I got 4. All right. We'll take them, guys. So one side got 4 and one side got 3. All right. It is what it is. We'll redo it, okay? And then we might post it. We'll see. If I like it, I'll post it. How about that? Right? And ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low Right? All right. Right? Right? Endure, right? How long? Yeah. Yeah. So let me pull some other cards, right? Well, one side is starting off with, let me move my alien, right? What one side is starting off with is over here on this, we'll just say this side and this side until we figure out what it's actually saying, right? Over here we have fire, right? We have ancestors, right? Specific ancestors of the fire. Then we have actual ancestors. Then we have angels, and then we have blessings. And then over here, we have people who are hiding. We have judgments, and then we have Satan. All right. This is funny. Are you guys looking at me like I'm Satan? This is crazy. You understand? Let me figure out what this is saying, right? To be specific. Hold on. This is too funny. Yeah, because we got Satan over here, and you know, not necessarily looking at me, but those of us who speak about judgment and speak on things like this, they know we're not demonic, but to them we would be like nightmares. You understand? Because we're the ones that's telling them things like what I just said to you just now, right? I'm just someone who's very comfortable with my spiritual rooting. Someone who was drugged through the mud by ancestors to become comfortable because this is who I am, and it was time for me to be who I am. Just like the rest of our people, this is who you are, and it's time for you to be who you are, regardless of what the world has to say about it. The world has no say-so in what's going on with us and our sovereignty. Do you understand? We're the real deal, son. We're the ones who get shadow banned and stuff like that, but it doesn't matter. You understand? Because we still get our views. It's just not being, you understand, recorded on there. Where my views count is with my father. Yeah, not on no computer platform. Yeah. If I can't get my father to view me, you understand, that's, to me, that's like Luke being the biggest loser ever. I'm suicidal. You understand? If my dad turns his back on me, you understand? Who cares about the internet turning their backs? Nobody cares. But when my dad does it, you understand? That's when it matters. Okay? That's when I'm like, oh my God, I'm screwed. It's over. I might as well give up now. You understand? Because I know my father, man. We know our dad. Yeah. He gonna make it rain judgments. You understand? And he does not let up. He does not change his mind. What's done is done with him. It's settled. So one side is dealing with blessings, receiving blessings. One side is being told they can stay. They're receiving blessings. Right? The angels are assisting them, and what they are building is safe. And then the other side is trying to go underground. They hiding. They under judgment. They know the storms are here to get them. They see people passing away every day, and they know Satan is out here making it rain on them because they chose hell. So this is heaven and this is hell. All right? If you hear any noises outside, I told you they're on demon time. You understand, and it's making them very uncivilized in their behaviors. So just think of this, right? When you think of these people doing what they doing, you gotta look at them like this and just start laughing. Yeah, they the ones who are gone. Body snatchers got them, and that's what's happening with them. You understand? They don't see nothing but on one track mind, and it's like they're being walked to hell. Put it that way. You got drag me to hell. They're being walked to hell. Okay, so over here with the ones who are in heaven, right? They said you can stay. You understand? I see your ancestors. If you Israel, Kingdom of Judah specifically, your ancestors is here. They got your back. They keeping you safe. You understand? This is your land. So I know a Hebrew who's over there in Africa, and he cries every day. Anytime he tries to do something, he's crying because he's fully aware that even though he believes in that out of Africa thing, he's fully aware of the reality that's going to sit in upon him, that he's on the wrong side, if that is the case. But if he's over there, he's not on the wrong side. You understand? He's not Shem, he's Ham. So that's why he's over there. You understand? Because this is what this is reminding me of. Those of you who got it right, who understood that over here is where your ancestors were. You understand? You're waking up to this and you have more than enough research and knowledge to know, yes, it is over here and not over there. And then he will be someone who's over there crying because he's stuck over there. He can't leave. Nothing's going to let him leave. And he's contracted over there. So he was somebody who went over there to try and see if he can lead people over there with him. And it didn't happen that way. He's scared and he's sad because he know the real Heavenly Father is here administering judgment. And he know he is grass. That's his grass. You understand? That is his judgments between him and the Heavenly Father. You understand? But he knows that he done because he's over there watching what's happening over here. And he's, you know what I'm saying? The ones that are from over here are telling him, we're not from that side. We're not coming on that side. How did you even get over there? You understand? But because you got to go back the way you came, he's one of those. So he's already over there. And then the ones who are over here, you go back the way you came. You don't go nowhere because this is where you're from. All right? So you're the ones who, your ancestors are keeping you safe and they're making sure you stay over here. You understand? Because this is where you're from. When people try to tell me I'm from Africa, I say, no, I'm not. I'm fully aware of my who my ancestors are. I'm fully aware of what landmass I'm from. Fully aware of it to where I can educate you on my land and my history. You understand? That'll make you just go silent. You don't even want to say nothing. Type of knowledge. You understand? Because we're connected to our ancestors, and our ancestors give us all the knowledge we need to prove, no, baby girl, you from over here. Okay? I'm going to prove it to you. And you understand? Us having to watch everybody try to convince us that we is only from over there is a red flag. You understand? Melanated people were all over the world in the beginning. For one, so you know, why aren't you trying to argue me that I'm not from Russia or something? Even though we would be ancient Russia, which is just ancient Israel, which is why you know who pulled out what he pulled out from that vault, and it looked just like us because they're our peoples. Just being mislabeled, misclassified under that title. You understand? But you understand what I'm saying? They're always trying to say you from that one spot. When you can be from anywhere, because melanated people were everywhere. But I'm someone who knows for a fact I'm from this lot. This is my yard. All right. I know this for a fact. Okay. Archaeologists run from me. Anthropologists run from me. Geologists run from me. They don't even want to talk about it. You understand? They try to shadow ban everything I do because I got real. I could put a real fact in their face that they cannot refute. The only thing they can do is try to hide it and keep traffic from, you understand? Just ate up. But then you can go into the art museum and you can see, you understand, depictions of us all over the Mayan stuff. All right? You understand? It is what it is. So I'm being told that a table is being prepared. He said shulkan, right? Shulkan is Hebrew for table. A table is being prepared for the people on the land. This is America, all right? The gift that the ancestors is giving to you if you are Hebrew is your, they said lessons, blessings, everything that you need, like I said, to prove you are who you are and this is where you were from. Your ancestors ain't going to give these blessings to nobody but you because this is your proof, your evidence. You understand? I have access to things that don't nobody else got access to because they're my ancestors and this is my proof. This is the proof that they're giving me to have to say, no, them is my peoples. And then these people sit up and they say things like, I'm going to figure out how I can figure out how I can get that too, and blah, 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 blah. And I say, go right on ahead, right? You will never be able to do that. You understand? This is like somebody who wants to go into your account, but they can't because only you can. All right, and it was set up that way. It was designed that way because that is you having evidence of who you are that can't nobody else have over your head. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me pull this down real quick though. Hold on, y'all. Right? Just a tad bit. Like it went up too high. But do you understand? This is what they're saying. They're going to be giving you everything that you need to prove, your point. They ain't giving it to nobody but you. Do you see what I'm saying? And this is how they're going to be able to tell the liars from the ones who are telling the truth. Your angels and ancestors ain't working with nobody but you. And they said Etmod, right? You understand? Shem. They're saying that a table was being prepared for the children of Shem. All right, only Shem. You understand? Remember, all these people spit on the real Heavenly Father in His truth. He's not preparing nothing for them. Sitting up saying they're chosen and they're going to be getting powers and stuff. Come on, y'all. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you got to use your brain at some point. Okay. So we're people who like to use our vibranium. All right. But he's saying he's the angels in heaven is basically saying that this was set from yesterday. When he says the battle is already won, this is what they're saying. A table was prepared for you from the beginning of time when he casted this judgment, when he made a promise to you. And this is a promise that's being fulfilled. It was made. It was made before any of these people that's trying to take it from you even existed on the timeline. You understand? And then they're saying, I see a celebration here, and I'm seeing, your blessings are safe. What you're creating is safe. You understand? These are people who are pinching from you. And that one pinch that they're applying to what they got, it destroys everything that they got. This is why you see people who have fallen and they can't get back up because they would take something from you at a time where that time is up. You can't do that anymore. So they actually take that one thing that they put onto theirs and it knocks it all down. You understand? So this is them thinking they finna go up and they actually go down. Set up. Yeah, I heard set up. You understand, and ancestors are saying celebrate because you understand. Love, I see love, truth. You understand a surprise. You access the surprise. So you understand. This would be you in your blessings, blessings that only you can have. And your ancestors are saying the fact that you're in those blessings now is letting you know they love you. This is your gift. You understand? Your gift that you're going to use to make more gifts. You're safe. You're the ones who the fires ain't touching, the floods ain't touching. When people try to bring that smoke, they get that smoke. You understand? The smoke ain't touching you. The demons ain't touching you. You understand? You made it, basically. You made it. Yeah. So let's get something over here for little hell reels. See what they got going on. Yeah. All right. Yeah. You understand? Endure. These are prophecies that are happening. These people are also aware that these are prophetic events that are taking place. The real ones, not the ones that people are trying to make up and conjure themselves. These are the real prophetic things. Like the sun changing. That's a prophetic prophecy that does not change, that is out of everybody's control. You understand? And then I got hell again. You gotta be kidding me. So these people are actually people are scared. They're hiding. They're going underground. They're going out less because of the prophetic changes that are taking place, and they know that this is what is happening. They're also under judgment. They also know they have been casted down to hell, and this is Satan who is standing here, and he's saying this. He keeps saying alone, Levad, right? I see Sibal, but that'll just be like underworld. You understand? I got people underground, and then I got Sibalba, right? And then I got Satan, and then I got graveyards. I mean, this is what's on this side, okay? Can't make that up. Right? And he said alone, so is that Levad? That's alone. Damn. I got Levi twice, right? That's crazy. Okay, that is crazy. Here, let's throw some cards down too with that as well, right? Nope, that came out too fast. Let me get some for hell over here, please, right? We got shalom, right? In other words, that means no peace. You know, you understand. You're under judgment for really touching the Hebrew nation. You understand? So what you have instead of peace is what, war? And then I got nasuai and mitzvah, right? Which just means, because it's Hebrew, but it means hell is basically at war because they're bad. You're not mitzvah. You're opposite of mitzvah. And then they said nasuai, and nasuai means married, and what you got is alone. So this could even be people afraid because they know about the prophecies. I'm feeling like people are losing their partners in life. Where there's two, there's now one type of, because this is Satan saying this. You understand? You're supposed to be Levad, going down. This looks like people descending down into hell. And why it's saying alone, and then it gave me Nasuai, is because when you die alone. You understand? When you die, you ain't dying with somebody else. You go through the deathing process alone. Even let's say you somebody who has someone sitting beside you as you dying on hospice. It still don't matter. You're going through that process alone. You're going through the experience alone. You're in the body going through it alone. And when you get ready to go ahead and make that journey, you're doing it alone. You understand? So I see graveyards and people underground, and I see Satan. You understand? We got under earth, right? We got Sibal, bad, opposite of mitzvah. Alone is opposite Levad of Nasuai. You understand? And he said war. Yeah. And then they're all tying this into prophecy. This is a time. This is a prophetic time. You understand? And you understand? He's saying war, but you're at war with him. You understand? You're not at war with the people. You're at war with Satan. Yeah. This is like that demon that's here to get you, where you thought you was finna be dancing with the demon, and it's like, no. These are people who are hiding. People are hiding from these end times. This ain't nothing but end times, and like I said, people being walked to hell. Same thing. Yep. A lot of y'all, Satan picks up himself. Yep. If you can't handle these kind of conversations, the only time Satan is a scary thing to talk about is if you on his list. If you're not on his list, you can talk about it because it's not scary. You understand? You're not someone he's here to get. If you is someone he's here to get, you ain't talking like me. All right? You just not. Let me get some cards for over here. You like these ones that's hiding. They're afraid of the dark. They probably don't want to go to sleep. You understand? The demons is running around them. The demons then pick them up. They're seeing things that is letting them know this is exorcism type of stuff. They're not there anymore. Dang. Should we take all of those? I think we will. Right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now Levi fell over here alone, right? Riga, right? That we got Kadash, right? What is this? Yula, Sitpur, and Patuak. Okay. So let's see how to break that down, right? Because alone, right, Levi, you understand? I heard you were not alone. You understand? You ain't alone, your ancestors, you understand? If you are someone who is alone right now, they're saying they're bringing someone towards you. You understand? You're not alone in heaven, so you won't be alone on earth. Yeah. What you need to do is remain single until the Heavenly Father pairs you up, but He does have ideas for you, potentials for you, that one for you. You understand that Riga, right? And then Kadash, you know, these would be individuals who are a part of the same belief system as you are. You understand? You understand? Definite, right? You understand? He's saying it's definite, guaranteed, right? And then I got Seaport and Kadash. So to me that means Hebrew. All right, that is someone who knows that they're Hebrew origin, and then that's someone who knows that they are of Mayan Olmec, because that's your birds, and that is the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, and then Patu and Ak, right? Be open to this. All right, you understand? You see how the energies are different. All right, they gonna be different. You know, you little hell rail over here. You understand? Getting walked downstairs, all right? Thinking the war was going to go to the left and the war is going the other way because, you understand? Satan comes and picks you all up. I don't know why your people ain't tell you this before they had you go conjuring up things in the dark. Yeah? Praying and hoping for a brighter day, and you chose darkness. Yeah? Excuse me. Yeah. All right. So let me get some cards for heaven this time. Yeah. Who's scared? A little voodoo over there hiding, y'all. Oh my. Woo, baby. I mean, they came out the woodwork and they thought they was invincible. All right. Thought they was invincible. All that voodoo back. Everybody who played with the voodoo sitting up with the boo-boo face, because all that voodoo backfired on them. And they can't get out of it. You understand? Serve them right, though. So those of you who were, you know, with the Kadash, that you're sitting up in the light, you have ancestors all around you. Things have come full circle. And you understand Holy Mount, right? What is that? Chikamatsa. All right? Your ancestors are surrounding you 24/7. You actually landed, okay? You landed. So you made the jump and you landed. Yeah, you landed right in heaven. All right? And then these are people over here trying to make jumps and they can't. There's no such thing. You understand? You chose hell. This is Satan showing up for saying, my guy. Let me show you my guy card real quick. Ooh, I love it. You understand? For the ones who made these deals with downstairs. Let's keep our demon card. Oh, y'all cracks me up. Oh, here you go, my guy. This is my guy card, right? When you make a deal with the darkness and you're thinking you finna go to heaven and you calling angels for help and you thinking you got blessings, he shows up and he says, hold the fuck up, my guy. Right? Look at this card. And he holding that card. Let me see if I can get it like this. He's holding, you see him? He's holding that list. Like, hold the fuck up, my guy. Didn't you sign this contract, my guy? All right, my guy. Why you think you're going to heaven, my guy? Hold the fuck up, my guy. Wait one moment, right there, right? Let me show you my other one, right? And he you know, it's a balance card, but exactly a balance card. He's the one that's coming to tell you, did you not register with darkness? Did you not call up entities and demons to do very bad things for your time being here on earth, my guy? All right, my guy, this is a receipt for everything that you did on the planet, my guy. You understand? He just be going off. All right, hold the fuck up, my guy. Oh, shit. He like, let me read this list of charges off, my guy. Where you think you're going, my guy? Hold the fuck up, my guy. You understand? He loves saying, my guy. Hold the fuck up, my guy. All right, and then this is what he shows me when he does that, right? I'm not gonna go through this deck because this deck, for some of y'all, this deck is scary, but for me, it cracks me the fuck up. Because it's right on point with the ignorance of these people who sold themselves to the dark. You know, thinking they finna be all powerful and mighty. You understand? Here, I'll show you that one too. Let me see if that's the one. That might be the one. I'll show you that one too. This deck is juicy. Some of y'all, it might scare you, but that's okay. You play with darkness, you know. I need to prepare you for the things that's going to happen to you in the dark. Alright? If you understand, me talking about scary things shouldn't scare you when you have conjured deals with things in the darkness. There it is. Alright? That shouldn't bother you. Okay? The reason why you get scared of it is because you know these things are coming to get you because of what you did. I know people who, when I say Satan, they take off running. And I'm like, what for? You're going to have to meet him anyway. Okay? Where you think you're going. Yep. Running from it. They kills me. You understand? Most of the people who talk about being Satanists don't even know Satan. Satan don't even deal with them. And when he shows up, he's going to show, you know, this is where everybody starts running. Because they see what he does when he comes and get them. And then that's when they truly understand that he ain't their friend. Whatever deals they made did not get honored because he ain't signed none of that. You understand? He ain't talked to none of them. He ain't never talked to none of them. None of them can talk to Satan. Do you understand? Right? You understand? This is them finding out the truth about demons. You thought you was gonna summon a demon, make a deal with it, and then have it do what you said. Right? This is why he says don't play with him. So, this is the card, right? He also gives me this one when he says, hold the fuck up, my guy. And he says, remember this shit right here, my guy? Hold the fuck up, my guy. Didn't you do this, my guy? Didn't you do this, my guy? Right? Look at that card. Right? Let me see if I can get it to, so you can see it, right? You see him right there with that finger up like, hold the fuck up, my guy. Ain't that your blood that you signed on that contract, my guy? Right? Did you forget this part, my guy? Right? They all be showing up with that. This is what they be doing. Hold the fuck up, my guy. Hold that thought right there. Boop. Right? This is you. Trying to get away from them demons that you conjured up. Right? I'm trying to get that light in there. Yeah, you see all them demons down there under the boat. You just busy moving forward. And these are all the demons that are down there. You understand? You're trying to run from the demons, and the demons are there with you the whole time. You ain't going nowhere. Because this is you in the darkness. Right? Right here. Yeah, this is many people and what they do behind the scenes of what you see them doing in the daylight. Yeah. He got a sword, he got a book, and what he does is he reads and you know, conjures up things in the dark because he wants to go and do his rituals, and that's not a high priestess. These are the people of the world thinking they high priestess, and they're not. You the bottom. You the bottom of the bottom and the void. You're not even a priestess because you don't even follow the laws of you know, the light and the dark. You understand? This would be you saying, ain't you supposed to be a priestess of the light? Well, why won't you help us with an exorcism? Because we have to follow those true laws of as above and so below. You don't honor none of this. You don't honor nothing. This is why this is what's happening to you. You understand? You don't honor shit. Yeah? You have to have balance with as above and so below, and you don't have that. You're just somebody who's doing low, dark, dirty, and devious stuff, and you gotta pay for that. You understand? That balance has to be settled, and this is where you find out you're not a high priestess. Just because you read cards does not make you a high priestess. If you all had high priestess, you would not have a lot of exorcisms running around here. Alright? If you had high priestess, you would not have helped people throw black magic on other people. If you was a real high priestess and somebody came to you and said, I need you to help me do some demonic and dark stuff to anybody, you'd have declined. You understand? You'd have declined. You'd have also did your research before helping that person to find out if this is somebody you should even fuck with. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? This is what I was talking about Voodoo Man. Yeah, Voodoo Man came out the woodwork, thought they was finna do it big. Now they like this running. You understand? Missing, cause them demons right there at the bottom that they conjured up, you understand, are now in control of their lives, so they running. You understand? This is the world. Okay? This is what happened to the world. You see that number 4? Using that voodoo, witchcraft, that magic, trying to manifest and steal what's not theirs. Look who got him by the leg. Now, let's flip it so you can see the 4. Alright? Who do you see got him by the leg? Satan got him. He got him. This is like you being on house. From the moment you do the spell, you understand? He did the spell, and then Satan locked his hand around his ankle, your mind. You understand? And then when that time comes, this is what he does with you. You understand? We're people who understand these laws, and we're like, did you make a deal with that demon? Okay, then you out of here, buddy. Okay? People should tell you, if you put your kids in it, that ain't our problem. Okay? You someone who disrespects those kind of laws, which is why you in a lot of trouble for playing with that stuff and can't nobody get you out of it. A lot of the reason why the world is collapsing like it's collapsing is because if you pay attention to what you just saw with everybody, they was using black magic to keep this place. You understand? They wasn't progressing because they are talented, they have abilities, they work hard. They was using witchcraft, and that witchcraft is over with, is backfiring, and they're paying that bill. So what you saw was a lot of people try to use it again. And then you say, if everything was fueled by witchcraft, do you know everything it's imminent to collapse? Yeah. You understand? These would be people who used witchcraft yesterday to get ahead, now learning that it actually puts you down, and because they used it, it put them down, and they can't undo it. So a lot of them was trying to run around to get help from supposedly priestess and stuff like that, who couldn't do nothing for them because they were also the bad ones in the darkness. They're not of the light. They can't fight off. Demons laugh at them. This is you sitting up with the cross saying the power of Christ compels you, and that demon sitting up laughing. Every time you say that, more demons come in the room. From the moment you put up the cross, the demon like, they ain't got no savior in here, y'all come on in. They confirmed it by putting up the cross. You understand? Because people teach you, you know what I'm saying? People ain't teaching you the truth about what that is. But we're not going to go that route. You understand? I just know that when they see that, that's letting them know you've been crucified, so they can't enter in. Okay? If you are offended by that, bye, right? You can't change. Facts are facts. This is why you got pastors running around on bungee cords and stuff, floating around your church stage. You understand? Because that is a fact. That is a fact that you can't change, and you conjured up demons, and you understand? It is what it is, man. They laugh. This is why they make exorcism movies where the demon is laughing at the priest who keeps, you don't have holy water. They don't even know how to make holy water. That's something that was kept secret with our ancestors back in the day that never got passed on. Okay? Oh, man. This is why everybody was running from the end times and trying to avoid it, because it's real, and when it starts happening, these are all the people who are false, having to deal with real situations that they can't get out of. You understand? This is the demons sitting up in their face laughing at them, saying, aren't you gonna call your God? You understand? And they calling their God, and they screaming, and the demons just laughing, and more are coming, and you understand? Because they already know. They like, you sit up in the dark playing with me, and I'm the one you was playing with in the dark, my guy. You understand? It's the same thing. And they sitting up saying, my God's gonna avenge thee. And they sitting up like, we the ones you was playing with in the dark. We know you ain't got no God coming. You make the deal with me, my guy. Surprise, right? That's why I say they cracks me up, man. I be laughing at them like, wow. To finally be able to see, right, what they are made of. And it's a hot mess, baby. And we're the ones that's like, I know y'all don't think we finna fix this because we not. You understand? You all are not in the laws. You went against the laws. And then you sit up thinking the laws finna protect you. No, they not. Alright? This is what they're saying. You will not be protected by the laws. You're also not married into the laws for those of you who are trying to marry us for diplomatic reasons. That will never happen, okay? These laws will never let you in. You're cursed. Like I said, nothing but a big fatty wop curse. Bad. Let me get one more for this shalom, right? More. I told you. You're not married. You're not in the laws. You're not mitzvah. Yeah. Satan said you're going to die, Levi. Right? And then here, you're not from heaven. You're not from the higher realms, the higher planes, the higher... you're not from the plains of the Indians, so you can't go back there. Okay? If all the Indians say it's if the real 12 tribes say it's the end of the world, we got to run. Everybody come out of her. We're going to run back to our plains of the Indians where it's safe. Can't nobody get on those but the Indians. You understand? You will be the ones who get left behind because even though you're standing on the earth, you cannot access the plains of the Indians. Do you see what I'm saying? And I did this too. So Egypt, fake Egypt. This is also, you understand? This is them telling you that they have all the answers and that they are the people of these things, and you're finding out that is a lie because they can't get you on them. They can't even get themselves on them. And I think that's why I just did this, because that's what it reminded me of. Even though that's not theirs, you understand? They can't even get you there. They can't take, I heard Maya, they can't even take you there. You understand? You're cursed. You're not married in. You're not in the laws. You're not safe. You're not from there. You cannot go back to a place that you were not from. In the end, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. You will go back the same way that you came. So these are the people who can't go this way. Because you're not from there. The only people that's getting on them is the ones that's from there who chose their ancestors. Okay? Everybody else, you don't go. You go downstairs. You understand where you're, and he's saying this too. Where you're going, where you all are going is down. You want to go up, but you're going down. You going up, and for hell is going down. Why you think people are disappearing? Right? Why do I feel a breeze? I wonder if that's the AC. I'm gonna have to turn that down. Right? I can feel a breeze. You understand? It's making my throat dry, and I don't have a fan on. So it's got to be that air that's trying to, you understand? But this is what they're saying, so that's good. All right? She's like, what do you mean that's good? That's great. That means hell is picking up its squad, and heaven is picking up its squad. Okay? Except for this is where hell finds out you're not going to be kings and rulers of hell. Okay? That's not what hell is. You're not going to be ruling hell and working for hell. Okay? Hell has demons. That's what they do. And they're not giving you their jobs. You understand? They're like, nah, what you think this is, my guy? Hold the fuck up, my guy. Oh, snaps. Alright. Profanity, guys. Okay. I think we will post this one, so you can get a quick, let me go, right, end times. So you can get a quick, since everybody's talked so bad about me, because everybody knows me, and now they all feeling salty, because they didn't have anything correct about me. You understand? I had a lot of people trying to hit me saying I was a witch. But everything they threw out there turned around and hit them. Because I'm not a witch and they are. But they threw out stuff to hit a witch and it hit them. I said, go ahead. Yeah. Burn the witch. You understand? And then they caught fire. Right? I got free assistance and you understand? People that were trying to destroy me was actually helping me. That's a witch catching ritual I don't even have to do, that you did yourself, and you backed the witch. Wow, and I ain't have to do nothing, y'all. I just sat there like this, right? Encouraging them, yeah, do the ritual. We're catching witches, that's great, right? And then, she catches herself, okay? So she does the work and she falls in the trap. You understand? That's how you know you a boss. You understand? When you can get them to do the work and turn themselves in. Yeah, well, you can get them to set the trap and fall in it. I have to do nothing. You understand? Except sit there and look pretty and watch everybody fight over it. Okay? So they cursed. They're not in the laws. They're actually descending downward. You all are off earth, right? In hell of the abyss, and you're not going nowhere else. Okay? Many of you will be alone. You will find yourselves alone when it's time for you to go. You will go alone. Okay? You chose Satan, so he's not giving you any comfort, man. He's not giving you ice cream and rainbows. You understand? So let's get some cards for heaven, right? Let me get a couple for heaven, please. You understand? Let me clear my throat. Hi, guys. Right? How y'all doing? Alright. I got $2. What else you got, man? I don't know what that, I got sad money. Alright. The two cards that I got is the sun. Alright, the sun and the fires. Alright, and the changes in the weather. And the hotness, right? It's so hot out there that heat will actually make you sick. You understand? Being out there and stuff like that, it will make you sick, and it's doing so much right now that you understand. It is what it is. You can't. Everybody's not going to be saved in this situation. So if you don't have, they're not in the laws. You understand? So they don't know. In other words, those of you who are in heaven, you're safe with this. The changes in the climate and stuff like that. You understand? You're safe. I don't want to go too long though. What am I sitting at, an hour? You understand? Because it is changing, but it's not going to hurt you. You understand? You're someone who is safe while these changes are taking place. All right. You are also somebody who is in your can you feel it, where all the good magic and light and gold dust and stars and melanin's just flying there. You're healing and you're feeling great. It's good rain for you. All right. The sun, I see solar flares, I see fire, I see extreme heat, UV rays, stuff like that. It is not bothering you. Okay. You understand? This is also the planet changing. The planet is changing just like the planets around us are changing. And because you are a planetary species, you can handle any of the changes that it is throwing at you. Okay? You're also in heaven, and heaven is keeping you safe in the midst of all this as well. Alright? You understand? Instead of you getting scorched, you're actually regenerating energy. You understand? You have clarity. You have high clarity. Understand? You know that you are someone who knows that this is not a bad thing because it's not. Alright? You're someone who can receive downloads. The angels are working with you. You understand? We're real light. We're the real. We are the ones who work with Emperor Lord Melchizedek and the Lighthood Order. The Order from Melchizedek, and he is the true order of the light. It's not these dark temples, okay? It's his light, and you understand. We're the ones who know that, and we're the ones who work directly with those high councils, the real powers and principalities that are, okay? And those who are dealing with on this level, they know this too. These are the ones who can go out there in the sunlight and receive downloads from it. Okay, these are the ones who can convert that sunlight into energy. things of that nature. You can heal from it. You know that these are blessings coming from, Pluto pulled up and you're going to be on some Dragon Ball Zion. Yeah? You understand? It's a blessing. You're aware of this. You're not ignorant in your knowledges. You understand? If you've ever read the Keys of Enoch, it talks about this happening. Yeah? It talks about this happening. Alright? You're someone who is in safe. You understand? You're in heaven. You understand? People acting like this is new, but it's like, did you read the Keys of Enoch? I don't think you did, because if you did, you would know this. He talks about this happening. He talks about the same sun that's up there in the sky. He talks about the light, all this stuff that's happening right now. Yeah. It's one of my favorite books. Yeah. I love the Keys of Enoch. Yeah, and I'm talking about the one with the actual keys on it. With the dove on the front of it. Alright, let me get some for little hell rails over here. I'm having a hard time. Right? That fell over there, so I'm going to let it stay over there, but it's balanced. Right? You understand, you made it in, you got accepted. Those of you who got into heaven, you're good to go. If you got into heaven and you know you're in heaven's protection, so is your divine partner. Yeah? So you understand, I'm not looking for my divine partner to be over there with the world. My divine partner ain't over there. You understand? And these individuals, these are people who have high overstanding, so they know this. They have these are people who are watching these changes and they're fully aware of what's going on. All right? So the people who are in hell realm are having issues on the earth. You understand? They running from outside. They running from earth. They running from the climate. They running from the planetary changes that are taking place. All right. They also know that this is prophecy too. And I got an E here, so maybe that's Enoch as well. You understand? Many people don't read, but most people know that he comes back with fire, his wrath, his indignation. You understand? This card, right? A lot of y'all's mates, man. A lot of people's partners are going bye-bye. A lot of people are burying, you understand? Burying, man. A lot of people. You understand? And then here, if you all are seeing chariots, you call them UFOs, whatever. You understand? I see darkness. People are seeing, because it landed on Satan too, but I know he's not in the chariots. You understand? And then here we have Earth. For those of you who are in the darkness, the dark side of Earth, right? You chose darkness. These things are flying around, picking you up. Yeah. You understand? When he says he's going to sweep the lands, these will be sweepers. You understand? What does this have to do with Satan, though? Right? I'm seeing also here that this is the middle. You can't be on Middle Earth. You understand? You have the sky, the earth, and then the sea. You can't be on the lands anymore. This is reminding me of Alaska and how people were getting picked up, man. And there was rumors about people always going missing over there in those areas. You have been taken, right? MIA. You understand? People are being taken. All right? Don't say it too loud. Even though everybody can look up in the sky, people are also looking up in the sky and seeing more of them. What are they doing? You're afraid. They picking people up, and they're not bringing them back. All right. These are people who are scheduled for pickup. Let me see what else I got. Right. You understand? These are people who are scheduled for pickup. Ain't no getting around that. Did I use these cards already? No, I did not. Okay. You understand? People are seeing people as overstand? I've seen a lot of things that I ain't even gonna talk about. To where you late. If you're now realizing this, you late about these pickups and these things that are happening. You late. They picking up everybody who's cursed, everybody who's not in the laws on the land, who can't be on the land, who can't walk with the land, who you understand? Wanting to marry the people, right? You understand? This is Sodom and Gomorrah getting picked up, okay? Because that's the card that flew out. The Sodom and Gomorrahs are getting picked up, and they're hiding because they know this is true. They're also hiding because, once again, they know this is biblical prophecy, where a lot of things start happening in the end times on Earth. Lord of the Rings, battle for Middle Earth. That battle is over. All right. You understand? You can't battle for something that don't belong to you, right? You can't battle somebody who it belongs to take it from them because you want it. It's not happening. The woods are not safe anymore. Very dangerous, man. People might even be disappearing on trails, paths. I see a lot of wood. Go another one. Yeah. I told you. Outside is not safe for them anymore. Yeah. People getting snatched up, man. All right. Now let me get one for the other side. They getting snatched up. Yeah. People going away and they not coming back. Right? Let me get one for over here. Let me get 3. Why they keep falling? You understand? Prophecies are happening. You understand? These are codexes they don't have access to because you're not the real Vatican, guys. All right? They're like, well, we didn't read about it in those books, codexes that we stole from the peoples, because they're not in those codexes. All right? There are a bunch of other codexes you don't have access to, but I do, boys. All right? And these are codexes that you don't know nothing about, but they are taking place for heaven, for the holy people. You are safe. All right? You understand? Looking up and seeing the signs in the heavens and in the skies. It's because you're safe. It's because it's prophecy time. All right? We're out of the Bible prophecy time. That's why you see those who are false keep trying to hold on to that, because it was a gimmick. It was a way to make money. These are people thinking we're going to be in the Bible story forever, right? No. That is a past tense book anyway. Some of those things hadn't happened yet, but they already did. This is why you see all of these great changes happening, because it's on to the next things. These would be the codexes that didn't get translated into paper format, but they were translated, but you don't have access to them because that ain't none of your business. All right? According to my records, those don't exist. Okay? You understand? And then our new name, they said new name, Nikwasi. Right? Ancestors we got ancestors running all through the bushes. You know, them ancestors that specialize in removing foreign invaders off of the land are the ones who running around outside. You understand? And honey, they don't play. They specialize in removing foreign invaders. Okay? I see the kingdom here as well, and then the forest. You understand? So you got those who were in the forest of hell disappearing, and then you have those who were in the forest of heaven. You understand? Who are being protected and safe, and you understand? They're doing just fine, and that's the way it should be. All right? Heaven should not be suffering while hell is rejoicing. That's not a thing. All right? This is why both heaven and hell is here, and they're separating you and letting you know, no, you're supposed to be in the darkness and you're supposed to be in the light. All right? And you can't override that. Yeah. You understand? These are people who are regretting their decisions because it got real outside. You all are in darkness. Yeah. You all are in the void, the vortex. I'm also being told here, you all got pushed off of Earth. You ran off of Earth. You contracted to go off of Earth. So you see how my hand went off camera? You over there. I'm on Earth right here. You over there. Yeah. You over here off Earth. and you cannot come back over here. You understand what I'm saying? And you over there with all the stuff. Satan, you understand? He said no. Yeah. You will be levad. Alright? Nothing you can do about it. For the people that are reaching new heights are happening for them. What about these demon people? Fire. Yeah? You got fires happening with them as well. And this is Abba, my daddy. Alright? My daddy is here. Okay? My daddy got daddiness happens. My daddy is what's happening. Alright? Hey, daddy. Right? You understand? They're like, I can't stand her. I don't care. Right? Let me ask my daddy. Right? He said I can't have it. My daddy like, watch this. Bam! Now you really finna be walking. Guys, who's all getting ready to walk because there ain't no fuel? You understand? Where I live, right? They happen to cut back on the companies that use a lot of vehicles for gas, like a trash can folk. You know, they happen to cut back because the gas, they can't afford to run all the vehicles out there like that now. You understand? You got a lot of places too who have trash all over the streets because they don't have any trash men anymore. All right? You understand? It's getting real outside. Okay? So, let me get some cards for hell. We going on time. I don't want to go too long. I definitely don't want to do 2 hours. Right? In other words, our royal ancestors are here. All right? And you understand? They're going to be hollering at y'all. You understand? So, not only is hell here to holler at y'all, heaven is here to holler at y'all. All right? As for our people, they're saying, my ancestors are saying, you're going to get an invite, and they're saying go, all right, because you need to have, somebody's going to be there that you need to talk to. Somebody might even be wanting to get your statement. I don't know, maybe y'all finna deal with some court cases here, people catching charges, and they need your statement. They need to hear something for you. They want to write it down. They need record recording of it. This looks like somebody who needs your statement. I ain't gonna lie. They need your statement in regards to something, and these people are gonna be reaching out to you. This could also be an invite where somebody might want you to come and speak. People want to know about you, things of that nature. All right. You understand? It is what it is. For those of you who are in heaven, right? You have hallmarks coming up, news. Some of y'all got love coming in. Some of y'all got blessings coming in. All right. You understand? As well, wisdom. Yeah, your wisdom is increasing. Wise, right? Wise is the who knows of its rings. Wise is the tree that knows of its rings, right? And a lot of y'all, you finna watch your ancestors attack. They finna attack your enemies. You finna see your enemies fall. Yeah. They said great job too as well, right? You finna see a lot of your enemies. All right. Now for powers, because we know hell, you ain't getting no powers. It's hellfire. Hell ain't got no hellfire, guys. You understand? They be trying to give hell so much credit because they chose hell. And hell is what's the word I'm looking for? Subjectigate. What is the dang word, right? If this is even a word. Subjective, I'll just say, to heaven. You understand? Hell has to do what heaven says. And hell doesn't have fire. That's heaven's fire. Okay? Powers, right? You understand? Good. Some of y'all got some blessings coming in. You understand? Because they're saying vibranium, but I know that's not something for everybody, right? You understand? of y'all might even be getting ready to receive something. If you do receive it, right, just keep it to yourself for the beginning of it. He said, can you feel it again, right? A lot of y'all finna start to develop strength, more strength. People gonna start running from your strength. Yeah. People gonna be thinking, looking at you, saying coming after you was a very bad idea. You understand? Because nothing they do works. They've done everything. They're still trying, and you ain't doing nothing but getting stronger and stronger. A lot of you're finna get even stronger to where people gonna be looking at you like you got superhuman strength. But just remember this: your ancestors were legends. You understand? They had superhuman strength. This is where they get comic books and stuff like that from. Whether society wants to accept it, remember they're living in a fake reality, guys. Okay? When this really comes around and starts happening, you're gonna be the one with the superhuman strength, and then the one who said it was them gonna be sitting over there weak and crying, and you understand? Satan already got his ropes wrapped around them, and he's, you understand, ripping them apart, man. You understand? You ain't gonna even have to argue this, yeah? Nothing. Miles up a path, cleaned. You understand? Bricks, right? Because I know sometimes I carry things like with superhuman strength that when I put it down, I'm like, how did I carry that? You understand? It's when I have to pick up things like that I have to do for my ancestors that requires my strength. It's like when I pick it up, it shrinks, and then I can carry it. And then when I get it to where it needs to go and I put it down, I can see the size of it, and I'm like, how did I carry that? You understand? It's like that. I know it sounds weird, but that's how I be feeling. I feel like it shrinks for me to, it's heavy, but it's almost like it shrinks so I can get it. And then when I move it and put it where it's supposed to go, then it pops back out. You understand? Because if I have to move things like that, I'm moving multiples of them at one time. So I gotta get many things, and when I'm done moving it, I'll be looking like, how did I do all of that by myself? It's because these are the things that ancestors need you to do. So they help you tap into your super abilities to get it done. To where even you looking at it like, you understand, if people were to see what you do, if people were to see a lot of the stuff that we do, they would be like, oh my God, right? And then we've done it. So depending on what you do, you understand, when I have to do things like that around my kids, right? They be looking at me like, what the hell, right? How are you doing that? And then I'll be telling them, if this is all I gotta do, this ain't nothing compared to what I normally have to lift. You understand? And I live for my ancestors, so it ain't nothing for me. They gave up their lives and made sacrifices and their blood, sweat, and tears for me. It ain't nothing for me to repay it back. You understand? Especially if this is what they're asking me to do. You need me to move what? Done. You understand? When they say moving bricks and stuff like that. All right? It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing for me to sweat and do all that for my ancestors, because they did it for me. You understand? So I can do it for them. Yeah? And you understand what I'm saying? This is like, let me not go that way. Ooh, baby. Getting ready to tell too much. Right? Endure. Right? Endure. How long? All right? You understand? A lot of y'all are going to be having visions that you're going to see, and then you're going to see them come to life. Yeah. You understand? I did have a dream, a really strange dream about somebody who's trapped. A lot of people were asking me, where is this person? And I kept telling them, I don't know. Why do you think I know where this missing person is? And then it turns out I actually do know where that missing person is, but they're trapped somewhere that I can't do anything about that. So I got to walk with them for a little bit in their trap and actually witness what they're going through, but I wasn't a part of the trap. You see what I'm saying? But I was able to locate this missing person that everybody is looking for, but that ain't none of my business. You understand? I'm trying to figure out why did I even have to see that? Because I don't know this person, and this person missing has nothing to do with me. But I think it was more so the abilities that we have, wanting me to locate a missing person, and I'm like, who? You understand? That person is in hell. You ain't getting them out of hell. All right? You understand? A lot of y'all who looking for missing people, they're not here anymore. Crying out loud. If you conjure up with demons and laid with demons, and now that person is gone, they're not coming back. Many of you are gone yourselves. You just ain't figured it out yet, but you will. Because the demons are getting ready to take it up. You understand? So let's say you were eating food, and now that demon don't want food, it wants something else. You understand what I'm trying to say? For those of you whose demons are settling into you, you're going to be the one that's eating things, and people are like, they're over there in the dumpster, digging through, I don't know, dirty Pampers or something like that. You understand? Many of you are going to have visions, though, and then you're going to see it happen in real life. I'm also seeing that there are fires happening everywhere. People were seeing more fires. They said fires are, this is reminding me of that vision that I had. Y'all, it's going to be a whole bunch of fires, more fires, because I had a vision long years ago where I woke up in a house that was on fire. I know somebody who died like this too, right around that same time. They went to sleep with a cigarette in their mouth and woke up in the ICU because the whole house was on fire, and they ended up dying in the hospital. But I had a vision that I woke up in a house that was on fire, but the fires wasn't touching me. And I'm looking around me like, why is everything on fire? Why am I not on fire? You understand? Because this is judgments coming. A lot of y'all finna have visions about judgments coming, but the judgments are not for you, but you will be a witness to it. You understand? That was a vision as well. A lot of our people were having visions about fires around the same time, but I also know somebody who died like a week later in a house fire. The same way. They woke up with fires all around them the same way, but they actually died in the fire. And I'm sitting here to myself thinking, I wonder if I would have said something to this person, if it would have saved their life, because I have been around this person and I have told them, you keep sitting up like that and falling asleep, because this person would just fall asleep with cigarettes in their mouths, man, not putting them out. One day you're gonna catch fire, and they did. And they woke up. We found out the house went up in flames, and they're in the ICU, and then they died shortly after. You understand? That person is dead. I didn't think that person was gonna die that soon in life, but you understand? It happened around the same time, so I'm like, I wonder if that is a coincidence. So a lot of y'all are going to be having visions about a lot of things happening, great judgments happening, and then you're going to find out that somebody that you know, or you're going to be a witness to these things happening in real life, just like how I said a week later, you understand, this person died like that. And I knew this person. You understand? I knew this person. You understand? You're not having these visions to warn them, though. You're just having these visions because you're being trained in your visions, and you understand? This is the Heavenly Father making you a witness. You understand? And some of you, it ain't gonna be bad. Some of you gonna have good visions, to where you're gonna be seeing things, but you ain't gonna know exactly what it means. Is because it's something that's coming to you in the future. This is like you having a vision about seeing a bunch of flowers everywhere, but you've never seen those flowers before, and you don't know where you're going to see those flowers because you ain't never seen that before. And then like a week later you go somewhere and like, I don't know, you go into a garden or somewhere where there's flowers, and you see these same flowers that you saw in your vision, because that is what you were seeing. Premonitions, right? Precognition, prior vision. Some of y'all finna have some prior visions, basically, and some are gonna be good and some are gonna be bad, but you're not having this vision. If it's bad, you're not having it because you finna be in it. You understand? I'm not talking to those of you who are in hell, okay? I'm talking to those of you who are of these priesthood lineages and your gifts are kicking in. And then the hell girls over here mad and hating on you because you over here tapping into abilities and all kinds of goodness that they can't even do because they sitting up in the dark with their demons mad about it. That is not your problem. And that does not mean that you should embrace that, because if they could embrace that and it was them, they would do it in a heartbeat. Yep. They would do it in a heartbeat, and the only reason why they mad and hating is because it's you and it's not them. But if they could switch you places, they switch you in a heartbeat. You understand? They switch you in a heartbeat. Yes, they would. Yeah. Because all they do is sit up and lie about having abilities. You actually really got them. Okay? A lot of y'all are going to be recalling some memories here as well. If you recall memories and you cry, you're just crying to heal it. Don't worry about it. You understand, you're going to recall it, you're going to heal it, and then you're going to replace it. Okay? But, you know, I see tears. Some of you also might be thinking of recalling a memory which required you to be strong beyond normal. You understand? I don't know what it's about, but it might make you cry. But you're remembering it to heal it. Alright? So it's not bad. Anytime you get an opportunity to heal something, you always take it. Alright? That's what's wrong with these folks. Boy, you devil worshippers. Boy. Y'all want people to think y'all boogeymans, and it's like, no. You more like A-class retards, man. Complete buffoons, idiots, toe up, ignorant as fuck. Right? Tore up, right? Ain't nobody trying to come over there and be with y'all in that darkness. We good. We see what it's doing to you. We straight, man. You can stay in the darkness. All the darkness. You can have all the darkness you want. All right? Because they can't come into the real light. There's no such thing as that. All right? This is like you being I Am Legend in the daylight, or Blade, and they over there huffing and puffing in the darkness because they can't come into the light. All right? If you stay in the light, and then in real life, they can't come into the darkness of the light either. So they just constantly got to stay over there in that little darkness parameter, you know, until the things that's over there pick them up. That's right there with them. You understand? They be hoping and praying you will save them, but you know not to save them. What's going to save them is those demons, and they're going to save them the right way. You chose hell, you chose darkness, you chose demons, so this is the demons coming to be your saviors. Yeah, taking you away, helping you with your, look at that shadow kind of looks cool, don't it? Like I got an even taller hat. Look at that, that's kind of cool. Hold on. Wow. Y'all like my top hat? Hold on. Let me straighten my crown. Hold on. All right. Yep. That's kind of cool looking. Right? Got distracted. Like, huh. All right. You understand? It's my ancestors in the building. Which one is it, right? Because you know, Egypt lies a lot. And Nefertiti and all them is not Egyptian. Okay? Because we can call them too if we need to tear up wannabe Egyptians. Alright? And they will do it because those are our grandmas. Okay? Guys? Alright. You understand? Some of y'all finna have some omnipotence, they said. Which, you know, divine orders. You understand? They're gonna help. I see this again. They're gonna help you build something. You're going to build something. You know, just pay attention to your ancestors. They're going to help you build something. Some of y'all are going to be channeling communications as well. Incoming secrets. You're gonna channel the secrets, and then it looks like you're gonna write them down. You're gonna create what they're asking you to create, and then you're gonna go from there. And they keep saying the same thing. You're going to see it happen. This is ancestral. These are your ancestors. All right. Let's get ready to wrap this up, baby. I don't want to go too long. Dang, right? Here, let me do this. Let me put some of these, get some of these out the way. They're over here cursed. They not in the laws. They cursed and they in hell. Hell realm. Talking all mess. Running from things in the bushes, getting snatched up. Getting picked up by everything on the other side. All right. Yup. How you doing, King? Right? How you doing? Yeah. How you doing, Millet? Yeah, it's me. Right? A and Soph. Hi, guys. Yeah. They're saying, the ancestors are saying that they're liars. Yeah. They're saying when they try to say things to you, don't agree with it. Just flip it to the truth. What's the truth? You're in my face trying to scare me because you think you're the Illuminati. But I know you're not the Illuminati because them is my peoples. All right? You understand? So instead of letting you be the boogeyman in my life, I'm going to flip it and I'm going to show you what the real Illuminati does for people like you. All right? You understand? The ancestors are saying that we are always safe. The truth is we are safe. The lie is that we are not safe. This is like them sitting up saying, Jacob's troubles. And we the people of Yaakov, and we ain't in no troubles. Yeah? What we will see from time to time is people trying to make us feel like we're in trouble, but that's the illusion. And then they end up getting in trouble for bothering us. You understand? Because we're not in no trouble. So we would be the ones sitting up saying, you've been saying that for years. You understand? Ain't none of us in troubles. We're in the laws. And the only ones who are in those kind of troubles are the imposters, the knockoffs, and the sellouts. Alright? So it's not our troubles. Okay, stop lying. Yeah? These are the ones over here sitting up with the demons that took their vessels away. And ain't nobody saving them. Alright? Their ancestors are also saying every time you see these people change up, it's because they failed. We already know that. I picked up on that long time. When they start rearranging things and repainting things and changing up things. And, you know, you watch Cheeto Man do this a lot. Where one day he's fighting with these people, and then the next day he's at a banquet, and then the next day he's beating up military, and then the next day he's chasing after people for resources, and then the next day, you understand, he's back making, talking about peace agreements, and then the next day, you understand, he's talking about putting fires out, and then the next day, you understand, because he is failure after failure after failure, and this is him trying to run around those failures. You understand? And Daddy also says stay away from the coastlines, because the coastline is getting ready to go away. And then he's saying here to be careful when you're moving around at night, because the jinn are out there cleaning up, which explains this UFO thing over here with Satan, because these are the ones that. That's why I say when you say aliens are here, I say which ones, right? There's a lot of them here, and you have different, you understand? These are the ones that specifically, you understand? That's like you saying ancestors are here, and we say, well, which ones? There's a lot of ancestors here, and they all do different things. Same thing with these extraterrestrials that are here. You all see the lights flying around, right? They ain't just flying around for show. They doing things. These are the ones that are taking people and picking them up. So they're saying, our daddy is saying, you know, if you're going to be moving around at night, just be mindful, because they out there cleaning up. And you overstand. Try not to get in the way. Just don't go out there if you don't gotta be out there. Stay in your yard, all right? Because they're gonna do what they're here to do. And he said they are out there cleaning up. And then this could be a number of picking people up. This could be incidents that are taking place. This could be fires. This would be like he out there driving around right now, flying monkeys and stuff like that because the jinn got him going. You understand? He just imagine him rolling on through doing it. There he goes. They fucks me up. Right, anytime they come flying through, there it goes. They come flying through here. They be fucking me up. Oh my God, because they gotta go do what they gotta do. That's the jinn that got them. You understand? They not in the bodies no more, so that's the jinn out there cleaning up. You understand? He gotta go and crash into some things. He gotta go and start some fights. He gotta go and, you understand? Destroy some lives. He gotta go through what he gotta do. Just flying on through like Smeagol. They be killing me, man. They be killing me, y'all. I'll be laughing so hard at these folks. Cause I know it's the demon, but it's like, there it goes. You understand? Running through thinking it's a terror. But the terror is being done upon it. Do you see what I'm saying? He said they outside cleaning up, so this is where you hear about all the stuff that you see happening, incidents and accidents and stuff like that is because people gotta go, so they have to create these situations, and you don't want to be around. You don't want to be the one that goes to the event that's finna get shot up. Okay. He said be mindful of that, and they move around a lot at night, which is why. When nighttime comes, I can feel people are scared, man. You can feel that they're afraid of the dark. They're afraid to sleep. Because when the darkness settles in, that's when these things come out. You understand? You have ones that walk around during the day, and then you have ones that come out at night. Okay? I know this is a fact. Sometimes when I'm out there and this is happening, because I can see, I'm a seer. Akbal, right? As that sun is setting, they start to show up. You understand? They're always there, but there's a certain time of day where I can see them, and then I can just see them all night. You understand? I go outside and everybody's dogs are quiet. I don't like dogs, but they got dogs, so the dogs are all dead quiet, and I'm like, why are they all quiet right now? And then I'll sit out there and I'll see the thing, they can sense them. I'll see them out there, and I'm like, oh, this is why they quiet, because them things is posted up out here in these bushes. You understand? I'll be looking at them right there in the bushes, and this is why they don't want to make a peep. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, when you in a neighborhood that has these things, these nasty dogs, and they all ain't barking, it's because these things are out there heavy, and this is why they not barking. They will bark with them out there, but when they out there heavy, this is why they quiet. Okay. There are many nights where they just won't make a peep, and this is why. All right. You understand? I'm trying not to fall in my chair. All right. You understand? There's a lot of people around me that to see me smile makes them really mad. Ain't that crazy? They want me to be sad and lonely and left out in the cold and unhappy. You understand? And broken and dirty and lost and all kinds of stuff. And then I say, return to center, right? Look at you. You understand? You wanted me to be on drugs, and you over there buying up all the drugs. You understand? You wanted me to have entity attachments, and I'm a whole archpriest here for one. And then for two, you understand? You the one sitting up with all the bad things. You know, they just all over them like this. They outside of them, they inside of them, and they all around them. Okay. You understand? What is this one? Of the hill. They said lords of the hills. I see war, captivity, after antiquity, right? You know what I'm saying? These people were at war. Now they're in captivity of this war. And now they're getting ready to go into their slavery. You understand? You understand what I'm saying, man? It is what it is. You know, there ain't no gas. Okay. What was society like around the time where there was no fuel at all? People were walking, weren't they? Right? Okay, well, what was that like? Prepare thyself. You understand? Because it's here and it's gonna happen. You understand? This is like everybody going into poverty because ain't nobody got no money. And then the ones who do, you understand, that's theirs. Yeah. You all lied about who you were. You were the ones who were using up our ancestors' stuff, and I guess you're finding out that our ancestors did not restock anything. So what you stole, you just used it all up, and there is no more. You understand? So prepareth to walk. That's all I can say. You got people now saying they got fuel, but you know, the truth is they don't. So as time goes forward of them saying we're okay, you're gonna find out they are far from okay, because you lying does not change the fact that you don't have fuel. You understand? We know you ain't got none. We know that stuff was running out before you even launched war on these people. Okay? Because our ancestors only had a certain amount, and that's over with. Everything, all resources have come to a complete stop, and then this would be people trying to control the narrative because they want you to think that it has stopped because of this war. No, it has not. You finna find that out because you understand what I'm saying. If you can't use your brain and common sense, I don't know what to tell you, man. But everybody's finna find out that that's a lie and that the fuel been running out long before they even started fighting. Because our ancestors are the ones who would need to be in these positions in order for this to be resupplied. And judgments came and they wasn't there, and then we're the grandchildren of them that wasn't there. So we the ones that's looking at them like, we know you ain't got nothing. We're not the ones you got to tell that to. You telling your people you good, you got it under control, and they all going nuts because they're having to make changes and shut down and take losses because they waiting on something that ain't never coming. Okay? It's our ancestors. We know. Okay? We know the truth. Okay? We also know you can't get nothing because you ain't us. You ain't getting nothing. Ain't nothing getting. You can keep saying you us all day, and everybody gonna be sitting up suffering and going even deeper into darkness and a hole because you're not us. And you understand, this is where your lies don't save you. Your impersonating don't save you. Imposters can't save you. Okay? This is where you finna find out everybody who hollering that they the people of that book is not the people of that book because they can't save you. They gonna be screaming for help right beside you. Alright? And we gonna be the ones telling you. The whole time that you spent trying to beat us up, you should have been spending that time trying to come up with a backup plan for that fuel that's gone. You had 6 years that you wasted trying to beat us up that you could have put towards coming up with a plan because they're lying to you. That fuel been gone. Yeah. That fuel been gone for so long that what they're using right now is the last of the reserve. Yeah. They got you thinking that the last of the reserve is depleting, right? But if you pay attention, you have oil refineries shutting down. Okay. That means there is no oil. Okay. That means the only fuel that they got left is what's in these gas stations, and then Instead of you getting news that you're getting oil crisis is being resolved, that's not gonna happen because they don't have oil. They fighting like they got oil, but they don't. What you're gonna be getting told is that gas stations are being shut down because now they don't have oil, which is why you're seeing lines. Okay, you wouldn't be seeing lines if that wasn't the case. You're seeing lines because not only are refineries shutting down, stations are shutting down, and it's forcing everybody to now have to go over here and wait in line at these ones. All right, that means that the levels are lower, and then you see stuff blowing up and it getting wasted on streets and stuff like that, and people still got to use it to move around, so it's still getting depleted. You understand? But this is where you're finna find out. Just like with the money, the currency issue, it's not real, but they've been ran out of these things. These resources been ran out, and what they've been using is the last of it. You understand? And it's not coming back. They're not the people, so they can't bring nothing back. They can't fix none of this. They can't turn none of this around. They can't do anything except for feed you more lies while you suffer more and more, and fight to create a false narrative to hide their embarrassment and shame for the lies that they told, which is going to get exposed anyway because you're going to be the one running back and forth to different gas stations and not having anything. You're going to be the one getting laid off. Nothing. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to be the one getting deportated. You're the one sitting up with demons that hijacked you in full. You understand? Because all these people are imposters, guys. All right? An imposter cannot save you in times like this. Okay? You should know that. You all crying about money and you just had one of your royals visit, and ain't no negotiations or financial you understand, contracts get reestablished or nothing because they broke. Everybody broke. Nobody has resources. You understand? But the movement that you see them doing is them trying to create the illusion that they do. But guess what? They do that, and then when they done, you're still sitting there with your hand out. In fact, it gets worse after they're done doing what they're doing. You understand? Yeah. And we're the ones that are, telling you. It's because they're not telling you the truth of what's happening behind the scenes. None of them have fuel. That fuel been ran out. And you all are about to find out because you're finna be walking. Yep. This stuff don't bother us. I think that's exciting. All right. New things up ahead. Okay. And then here I'm seeing as well, I see a boat. Right? The boat you got on. They got on a boat that ran out of gas. Right? Right? So what we got after that is winds. What is this? Destructions. Ooh. Tornadoes, possibly wind destructions, things getting blown. They mad because we still here. They did all that and more and we still here, cool, chilling. What up, though? What up, though? Right? How you doing? What else you got? Right? I only got $2. Ma'am, you need $3. I only got $2. Ma'am, you need $3. You understand? But I only got $2, man. Ma'am, get out of my store. Right? Looking ass. Yeah? Alright. You understand? He like, ma'am, hold up, ma'am. Is that ivory? Ma'am. Right? So you want the ivory though, right? I'm good. That costs way more than $3, my guy. That ivory can buy this whole store, everything in the store and the building. You understand? And the land is sitting on. All right. Looking nice. I'm gonna take my $2 and I'm gonna go find somewhere that's selling it for $2, or I'll just find something else that costs $2 and be satisfied with that. I ain't got $3. All right. I ain't got no job, y'all. I ain't got no job. All right. Ma'am, what? Ma'am, we were wondering if you could help bail us out of the financial crisis. Me? I ain't got no job. Well, we were hoping that you would use your wealth to help us out of the crisis. Right? That's the face I'm making. Say that again. Right? What kind of a foreign exchange in currency are you going to be providing me with if I'm going to be exchanging with you on that level? Don't come to me with no dollars of any kind, because that's not real. Well, we don't have anything. Okay, you understand? I'm gonna go find somebody who can exchange me for $2. Sir, I just wanted some bubble gum. He like, ma'am, come back, ma'am. Ma'am. Yep. You understand? You are people who treat you bad and then find out you is the bank. What bank? My bank is not here to, help the world out of their financial troubles. All right? You understand? You owe me already enough as it is. You think I'm going to excuse that and be generous? You understand? What are you saying, man? You understand? They be messing, call Harry and all them. Yeah, call them folk, man. You understand? Call your peoples who said they got it. You got all these people who said they are the kingdom. All of them saying they're the kingdom people. Why can't you holler at any of them? Them is your squads, all right? I ain't got no job. Why you think I got money? You understand? Why you think I got it? You understand? All right? You understand? They say the sunny as fuck outside. Yes, it is. Golden times, high times. They said the most high times. They said, look at that black sun, bro. Hot as a bitch. Hot as a bitch. All right. They said, don't cry. Karma always misses a judgment, and that's true. When people thinking they getting over on you, they said, don't cry. Wait for it. And you're going to be laughing your ass off. You understand? Ancestors say they don't agree with these people. All right? They said because you turned around, you did a great job. All right? Are we done, guys? Can you go and ask my manager if I can go ahead and cut the show now? Well, who's your manager? Right? Somebody was able to manage you. Yeah. Right? And you destroyed your whole life trying to do it. Alright? Emotions will be had. Some of y'all finna get some news and it's gonna make you emotional, but it looks good. Alright? The ancestors said they attacking them. Yep, they said. The ancestors said if you want to help. If not, they getting them either way. Ha ha ha. Alright. No more, they said. MIA gone. You understand? Well, who's handling you? Right? Malek, where you at? Yeah, you want to take this one for me? They want to know who's handling me. He said he handling me. Mind your business, alright? He said he got this. Alright. Right? Looking asses. Yep. They said see it from your ancestors' perspective. What would your ancestors do? Yeah. Right? What is this? Betty Boo. Right? Ladders are coming down to lift you up higher than where you are. Going higher. Your ancestors too. Here come your ancestors, man. They finna bring their destruction, they said. They bringing destruction, y'all. You understand? Malek. Everybody is trying so hard to woo me. Right? You understand? When you dealing with your king, yeah. You ain't dealing with nobody but your king. And everybody's asking, well, who running that? Baby, you want to take the floor? Right? Over there mad about it, huffing and puffing. Yeah. You understand? is what it is. All right, let's get a couple of more. For those of you who are being righteous and doing them laws, right? I had a fake Hebrew throw a rock at me and tell me that he was too sacred and some other stuff. Right? And so I just told him, you cut off, man. You finna find out that the sacred energy that you think you wrapped up in is mine, and I'm finna unwrap you in it. All right? You finna get unraveled. And you finna be dealing with whatever it is that you are, because you're not something that's supposed to be wrapped up in it anyway. These would be people who are covered in curses trying to hang out and cling underneath the real people because that's that little bit of light that they got in that darkness. And then when you put it out, because it's your light, you talking shit, all right? It's my shit, all right? I can put the candle out where I am. You understand? Now you in the darkness, and now you finna see what's finna get you. For the bullshit, all right? You understand? A lot of people are dealing with these types of situations now. They got cut off from the real deal, and they ain't getting cut back on, so they finding out all about the stuff that's in the dark. All right? Daddy said it's a great time to paint if you want to. He's saying female, you understand? Object, 8th dimension, you understand? Enter in, ring, agreement, deal, right? Somebody got their eye on you. Somebody loves what you do. You understand? You finna have power lessons. You understand? What's a power lesson? I don't vote. That's an easy one, ain't it? You know how much damage you do by not voting? I don't believe in that. Yep. It don't matter if you try to get your little squad together to get something going. You ain't getting my vote. You understand? That's against my belief system. Because what they need is you. What they need is you. Your vote. Everybody else voting is irrelevant because they need your vote. If you're somebody in them laws and you're one of Abbas and you're a crown like we are, what they want is your vote. They need your vote. You understand? If you're somebody who know that truth, you ain't never giving them no vote. You understand? I'm good. I don't need you to be guardianship over me. You're like, hold up. That's what that is? Yes. All right. That stuff is, voting is so illegal. It's not even funny, y'all. This is why you finna see it get destroyed. This is why you see them trying to make comebacks and it blows up. It don't go right because it's illegal. And then there's a lot of other stuff that's happening behind it that's illegal as well. You understand? This is why they go nuts and they like they try, like, you know, they keep trying and they keep trying. But what they know is that if everybody else is doing it but you didn't go to the booth to vote, they know it's all a waste of time. It's pointless. It's useless. It does not matter. All right, you understand? Because they need you. Even if they sit up there and try to force a fake ballot, it still don't count. If they try to force your signature, it don't count. If they try to take your signature and apply it to something because you signed something else, it still don't count. You understand what I'm saying? It's illegal. A lot of stuff that they are doing is illegal, and this is why it is all shutting down. Yeah. You understand? You trying to make you feel like you need to do it because that's the trap. You understand? There is no need. I'm not doing it because I'm not giving you guardianship over me. What the hell, right? Stop asking me that. That's illegal and you're getting charged for that. All right? Everything you say and do will be held against you in the highest court of law. You understand? Ancestors said, Israel, you guys are famous. This is why they go through such great lengths to mess with your page. You got blocked. You understand? If I'm looking at Malek fine ass and he only getting like 20 views, it don't matter because he got mine. You understand? And that's who he wants. That's whose view he wants. That's whose view that matters in regards to him and his destiny. You understand? You don't need all these people. What you need is the right ones, the quality over the quantity. You understand? If I put something out there, right, my people watch it, kudos. I don't need the world to watch it. I don't need them. Yeah. Malek, did you watch it? I don't give a damn. Did Malek watch it? You understand? I don't give a damn. Find out if Malek watched my video, please. Somebody. Right? Oh, he liked it, ma'am. Thank you. Right? You understand? You understand? I don't need it. All I need is that one view. You understand? Cause I overstand. All right. Father said, okay. Daddy said, I do. He do. We do. You do. It happened already. Destined. And you know, Daddy is watching over all of this. You understand? I be telling people that all the time. I don't care. Yeah. I don't like you. I like him. So, did he leave me a heart emoji? He did. All right. You understand? Mission accomplished. Shit. You understand what I'm trying to say? Not trying to be rude, but it's the truth. You not liking it, I really don't care. Right? You understand? But I want to know if he did. Did he at least watch it? He did. He watches everything you do. You understand? I watch everything he does. Alright? I'm not looking at your video, sir. You know, you're of the world and I don't do that. Alright? What did he put up? It only got one view. That's okay. Right? I watched it and that's what matters the most. Okay? You understand? I watched it, which means my dad watched it, which means all of heaven watched it, which means all of hell watched it, which means the whole universe watched it, which means all the ancestors watched it. It just keeps going on. You understand? You're famous upstairs. Alright? You being famous on the earth, you already know it's some BS because it's all fake and gimmicks anyway. But when you are a star up there, down here on earth, you get all kinds of blessings and gifts and things happening with you because you understand, your ancestors invest in you. Alright, and if I know that I like him, right, I really don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you like it. I don't care if you don't like it. I don't give a damn. I'm not trying to be with you, am I? Nope. Alright, I got my eyes locked and loaded on this one. And that's it. You understand? Look at the lighting. Hold on. What was that? There it goes. I mean, it's the lighting, but the camera did something. Yep. He said, eat a sweet, you deserve it. Angels are here. Angels are also removing people for interfering with some divine things. Anything that they trying to access, they always block it. Backfire, baby bumpers, hitbacks. No is no. You know, not the mama, not the daddy, not you, not him, not her, not them. Never. You understand? This is why they want you to vote. They also said read the scripture. If you already reading scriptures, kudos. Alright. They said be cool. Alright. The ancestor said be cool with who you are. You understand? Just be cool. Be okay with who you are and just be cool. You understand? Cool. Cool. Look, there it goes again. Oh, there it is. What is that? Is it because I was in front? Oh. Something to do with direct, no. Of these types of you know, Tai Chi and all that. They be sitting up trying to teach you tight all that stuff and don't even know it themselves. Then we'll turn around and do it one time and we'll master that stuff, like real talk, to where we'll keep doing it, and because it's our ancestors, so it's already in us, and they just need us to do the movements, perfect it and stuff like that. So this be them sitting up trying to teach us like they the masters, and we like, you're not the master, our ancestors are the masters, and you're not our ancestors. So I'll just have them teach me. You understand? Leroy, Bruce Lee, Who's the master? Show up, right? Why you think the dragon was in him and not in the dude that was teaching him? Because he knew that too. You understand? That was the flip in the movie, because his real teacher would look like him, but the flip was put in the modern one in his place. You understand? But you notice how the two that had the powers in them were brothers. Okay. In real life, Shona does not have powers. All right. You understand? What I'm trying to say? Dragon, you the dragon. Yeah. Ancestors said they will be forcing you in as well. You are getting an upgrade. All right. Whatever you're supposed to have, you will have, regardless of what anybody says or does. What you're supposed to be doing is just paying attention to all of the people who are telling you, no, you can't have it, who are trying to downplay you, attack you, trick you, and keep you from receiving what it is that is yours. Taking note of that and remembering that, because they ain't never stopping nothing. They never was. What was happening was they were exposing themselves so that when that time comes, you already know, don't take that one. All right? Don't help that one. Don't look out for that one. These ones did everything that they could in their power that they don't have to try and stop you from receiving what is rightfully yours. All right? For trying to stop you from receiving something they could never stop you from receiving, because you was going to have it. All right? So what we're going to do is we're going to close up right here, because I'm not going to have this going that long. All right? Masa Marlam Am Akasa Kasam. All right? You understand? Bring it into your, you understand? Use your manifesting skills, right? Underlying issue, they hate themselves. All right? What's for you is you on track, is coming in for you. This was the promise due back to you. And then your ancestors said, take some time to have some herbal tea time. Something, you know, I make herbal tea. The natural way with, you know, all kinds of nice herbals, and they're saying, you know, take some time to have a sip of tea. All right. Yep. So let's just cancel. Let's just close out here. All right, guys. Okay, and then that's it. So it is what it is. All right. You all take care. Shalom and shalom, and remember. One side is going to hell, and already there, and then the other side you're going to be going with heaven. So this is why you see the contrast happening. All right, stay away from the ones who are going to hell. Okay, don't go that way. Okay, stay over here and move around over here however you need, and then they will move around over here however they need. But that division is here. It's not going back. One is good, one is bad, one is dark, one is light, okay? And then for those of you who are in the light, what you're going to understand is that dark and light balance ain't got nothing to do with the darkness that's over here, okay? Just like they have their false light, they got their darkness, you have your real light, and what you have is your darkness, and your darkness will be you balancing. You understand? Your darkness will be a good darkness, yeah? Just like they light will be a bad light. You understand? Ain't hell is not over here with you guys. All right? So we're going to leave it at that. And y'all take care. All right? So, you know, shalom and hanging out with the crown. Y'all take care. Whether you accept me or not, I don't care, because I don't accept you. I love you, Israel. Shalom. I do accept you.